Over here we find a Prius in its natural habitat. Oh, here's another one. Just a quick review on the car. Prius C, similar to an Aqua in New Zealand. I've had it for 2 weeks now, so I thought I'll show you what I think. I wanted a car that I could sleep in, so I bought the smallest car possible for that and removed the front seat. Sorry hitchhikers, I actually can't take you. Nah, just kidding, there is a seat. There's one seat back here, tiny little one. So I was looking at Aquas, and the only good things about this car are things that the Aqua doesn't have, such as the display. Some of them don't have steering wheel buttons, none of them have cruise control, a lot of them don't have push start, backup camera, USB plugs, and some of them even have hand crank windows, even on 2019 models. So that was wild. So I've bought the New Zealand version. There's only 2 for sale, and there were hundreds, 200 or 300 Aquas imported from Japan. They're way cheaper, but if it doesn't have that push start, they're very easy to be stolen, and a lot of them are being stolen. So when we turn it on, we get this happy little screen. That was my favourite part. Whee! If only the car went that fast. I like to send it, when the light turns green, accelerate quite heavily, but then once you're cruising and braking, you may as well learn how to do it efficiently. Got the fuel consumption every 5 minutes. Eco savings, so that will show me how much fuel you've used. I've used 76 cents since I left the house. So that's just your standard old Prius style thing. A bit boring. Driver information. This is the one that I have on screen most of the time because it gives you the temperature outside and the EV percentage, which is kind of cool to look at. You can go, oh wow, most of my driving this round has been on EV, 56%. And you don't have to stress out about, oh, is it an EV or how much accelerator when you show the other screen, this one here. It kind of stresses me out. I'll just put it in gear and you'll see when you stand on the accelerator, that green bar. I don't know, it's a good feature to have, but it kind of stresses me out just seeing, oh, the engine's running, the engine's not running, so I normally just flick it over to the information one and just leave it on that. And when you turn the car off, it gives you a quick summary and it says goodbye. 76 cents, distance, time, fuel consumption. 2 most annoying things about this car: you have to turn the headlights off manually. There's no auto off when you open the door, which drives me nuts. I had a 90s Camry with my first car and that had the automatic lights. I don't know what they were thinking here. And then the other thing, for your left foot down here, there's nowhere to put it. There's no angled up piece to rest on, so I put my foot like right up there and it kind of rests on the steering wheel column, which isn't great, but it's somewhere to put it. So that's a bit of a, what are you doing, Toyota? Let's go for a little drive. Oh, she's a bit off-road. Oh dear. And the cup holders, they're so far away. That's my arm fully outreached and I can't, you have to lean forward in your chair to grab the cup, and if it's a cup that gets a bit wider, it'll hit your leg. My old car was a Gen 2 Prius, so it had the gear stick up here, and I actually really liked that. And it had the foot emergency brake because it gave you all this storage area for cup holders that were nice and close to you. Big storage compartment, whereas here you've got this little piddly thing, and it's, it's real tiny, and it's way back. Like if I had my seat up like a normal person, it's hardly even, your arm's not even touching it. It does slide forward though. I found that out the hard way, but it's better than nothing. There's the jack. But everything else is pretty good. They've got the mode buttons down here, traction control, EV mode. Don't use that much because what's your range really going to be? 1 kilometer at maximum, maybe half a kilometer, really. Eco mode is actually quite good. If you push that, it'll stay on permanently even after you turn the car off. And that decreases the operating temperature of the engine. So if you turn up the temperature and you have it on eco mode, it will actually stop the engine from idling when you're not moving. So it actually does a bit more than adjust the ratio of the throttle. It's the only car I've seen that does something good. Now we've got the radio is good. Bluetooth is not bad. Got a USB plug there, and then you've got a couple more over here, USB and an input. 12-volt jack there. Weird little half storage area, and then a standard size glove box. Little cup holder in the door. No sunglasses holder here, which was quite disappointing. No lights here either. Here's your sunglasses holder, and whatever the heck, if you had earrings maybe, I suppose. Cruise controls, good to have. We've got our headlight and mirrors adjustment. Only the driver's window is automatic. Temperature controls, display, and radio controls. The legroom is pretty good. I'm 6'2", and I don't have the seat all the way back. I could probably go back another 2 clicks. And I can fully extend my leg and stretch it out straight, which is something I could not do in the old car. So despite being really small looking on the outside, it's actually quite roomy. So to prove that, I'm just going to hop in. This is my driving position, and I'm just going to hop in the back seat and see if I can fit. Yeah, it's not great. My knees don't quite fit around the seat. Well, you can put them in, there's a bit of a hole, but you know, I'm a pretty big guy, and you could easily fit 4 of me. You'd have no hope fitting anyone in the middle seat back here. I've actually removed that other side seat here. I just find it gives quite a bit more room to put things, put my toolboxes and whatnot. And it's only 2 bolts, one here, one there. If I need to put it back in, it takes about 2 minutes, if that. Here's the passenger seat like normal. And that's it in the all the way forward position. Unfortunately, it doesn't fold right forward like the older Prius did. But that gives you heaps of legroom back here now. So if I was camping and wanted to watch a movie in the back seat, Groupers, I better not lean back too far. There's nothing there. Here's the back. You've got the camera button for opening and a button for locking. This comes out pretty quickly. There's a disappointment waiting for you under here. As the old Priuses had a lot of storage, this just has a tyre, but there is definitely room to put things around the tyre like I have done here. We've got LED lights under the bonnet, or hood as you Americans would say. We've got the 76 horsepower engine, whoa-wee, and then the hybrid drive on this side for a total of 99 combined horsepower. And there's no, I think it's Toyota's first beltless engine. There's no external belts or pulleys anywhere on this. It's all electric motors. Alright, let's go for a drive. I'll show you how it operates. The battery's run down a little bit because we've been sitting here yabbering. So I'll try and get that charged up, and we'll see if we can do a EV range test. I'll be happy if we get to 1 kilometer. Okay, let's test out this EV range. The car's warmed up. Battery's looking pretty averagely full. EV mode. Oh, accelerated too hard. There was cars coming. That's disappointing. It's pretty weak in electric. I found the electric mode is pretty much just for show if you want to show your friends or drive through the car park without the engine starting up. Overall, the car does pretty well. It does what it says it's going to do. Gets great gas mileage. I drive to work half on the highway and half through the city streets and average 50 to 55 miles a gallon. On the rare occasion that I am doing only city driving, say for half an hour, I can get 65 miles a gallon, which is pretty incredible, and I think. As far as functionality goes, the regular Prius is going to be a little bit better, but this Prius is better on the eyes, in my opinion, and a lot better on the wallet, coming in about $10,000 cheaper. This one was a 2017 model, and yeah, 10 grand cheaper than a regular Prius of the same year. Oh yeah, I've started building the bed. It's bolted down on the seat bolts. Here it is. There'll be a separate video coming up on how I built all this. I'm 6'2" and there's 2 feet of room at the end of my legs. Alright, thanks for watching guys. Have a good one.